I'm John Koon, and this is Vidalia City School News, an inside look at the happenings of the Vidalia City School System. Today, our guests are Vidalia High School Valedictorian Tatum Calloway and Salutatorian Priya Patel. Guys, first of all, thank you for coming by. Congratulations on your awards. It's a high honor. Congratulations, and we appreciate you being here.
Thank you.
We'll talk about the valedictorian and the salutatorian in just a minute, but I want to get your feelings on how this has been through the last 3, 4, 5 weeks and have your senior year interrupted, not only academically, but also in your case athletically, in your case as far as the FBLA things go and things, how that is interrupted. Tell us a little bit how you've handled it. I'll let Tatum go first.
I mean, obviously it's really crazy how our lives have just been upended like this, but I feel we've been able to obviously keep with our studies and everything, and so I'm just happy that we made it through, and even with all of this, we finished.
Priya?
Well, at first I was upset because, I wouldn't see my friends as much as usual and stuff, but then I accepted it. I'm really thankful for the school for doing all the things they do for us to keep us involved and let us participate even though we really can't.
How has it been with the online learning? Were y'all able to adapt pretty quick to that?
I was getting distracted a lot because, I was at home, so there was TV and stuff, but it was a change, but I was able to adjust easily.
Yeah, it was definitely a challenge, but I felt like I rose to the occasion. But it was just different, and so it was something we weren't used to, but we were able to complete the courses anyway.
Were you guys able to stay in contact with your classmates through texting or even Zoom or whatever it may be, to be able to talk to them on a daily basis?
Yeah, we were. I would Snapchat my friends, and we'd get on Zoom for AP Calculus to learn and all that, and so we'd see each other through there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I texted a lot of people just asking what they were up to or what their classes were doing or just how they were doing, and so we were able to stay connected pretty easily.
Has this taught you anything? Has it been a big moment where you say, this is really how life is, or, just giving you that wow moment?
It's taught me to cherish what we have for sure, because, almost every day of senior year I was saying I was ready for it to be over, and then there was a day when we didn't realize it was our last, and so it really just showed us that we should be grateful for what we have.
Yeah, because that Thursday when I left, I was thinking, okay, I'll be back Monday and I'll see my friends again, and then we found out that we wouldn't be there for 2 weeks. Then it just changed to a month and we wouldn't be back, and so kind of made me realize that I need to savor every moment.
Was it an emotional time for you those first couple of weeks, just not knowing, and then when it is gone, were there those days you were just to pieces, or did you just say, you know what, this is what's been handed to me, so let's go?
It felt so surreal. At first I feel like I didn't really react to it, and I was just kind of I can't believe this happened. But then there was a day where there was a post on Instagram, and a senior from somewhere sang a song, and it was pretty emotional, and I broke down, but that was about the only time.
Did you have your moments?
I didn't cry. I don't really cry. I don't like crying, so I tried not to cry, but I was a little upset that, wouldn't be coming back and stuff, but I accepted it, and I try to move on from it.
Obviously, you talked about, the things that are being done for your class and the extra things that are trying to go on to make it as normal as it can be. How does that make you guys feel?
It's nice to know that people still care about us. It wasn't just oh, well, their senior year ended, but it was just people are still trying to celebrate us and all that we've done, so it feels really nice.
Yeah, it made me happy that all the other grades were still participating and trying to keep us included, including the teachers and stuff, instead of just just saying, okay, that's it.
Obviously, you had FBLA competition, state competition to go, and that got wiped out. Is there something there that makes you want to go back and do it again?
Yes. I wish I knew if I passed or not during state level, because I really haven't before, and it was just something I was anticipating because I was really good at the subject, but I guess I won't know now.
And you, of course, had your senior soccer season interrupted. one that a lot of people thought that you'd be back in Macon again playing for a state championship.
It was a difficult year, especially to end like that, because we didn't really click as much as we would have hoped coming back after that high season last year, and we didn't really have time, especially since most of our games got canceled due to weather. We didn't have time to really like form our bond like we did last year, and so it was really kind of heartbreaking to end our season like so disconnected like we did. But we're still like great friends. We still have our group chat, still sending Snapchats in that and trying to brighten each other's day. So
if you could give some advice, or you could talk to the younger people, the juniors, the sophomores, the freshmen, even the eighth graders that are coming along, what's the one thing you would tell them about this experience to maybe able to help them a little bit along the way?
Just cherish every moment, because you never know what might happen again, because it's unexpected. So just, cherish everything.
I would just say to like work hard to make every day like the best it can be, because there's so many times where I look back and I'm like, oh, I probably should have gone to that game, or just should have like done something other than just stayed in my room. But like I just say to try to make the best out of every day.
All right, let's talk about the valedictorian, the salutatorian. What a great honor for both of you. I know you've worked very hard over the past several years to be able to get to this point. Tatum valedictorian, top graduate in your class. How's that make you feel?
It feels really good. It feels like I can finally just like exhale, like it's over. I've done all of this work, and now it's just like this was the culmination of it, and it's just feels really good to have this honor.
I know that you guys have had this friendly competition, Priya, going on for a long time now. Salutatorian's nothing to be ashamed about. How's it make you feel?
I'm happy. I'm happy that I got salutatorian. At least I didn't,
Further down the way?
Yeah.
How hard is it for you guys, honestly? Because it takes a lot of extra work and a lot of drive and a lot of extra studying to be able to achieve that. How hard was it for you to be able to keep that pace up through 4 years?
Yeah, there are days where you have to just tell yourself, like, put down the phone and study, because you need to pass that test, or you need to get better on it to improve your average and stuff. But it gets better along the way, because you start picking up on habits and studying habits and stuff, so you start picking up on the material easier.
A lot of people don't know this, but you made some sacrifices along the way when we talk about FBLA, not going to state competition and kind of doing it from here just so you could still be in class. That's an amazing thing. Was that part of that drive to?
Yeah, I tried not to miss school, because I didn't like missing classes, because that would put me behind and stuff. So I try to stay at school as much as I could.
You have two things going on, obviously. Not only volleyball, but you also got soccer going on, plus you're trying to be a top student. How difficult is that?
I'd have to say I'm very grateful, because I am pretty, academics come pretty naturally to me, which if they didn't, I would be at the very different end of the spectrum, because like I said, I procrastinate very much. I'm the kind of person who'll wake up at 5 a.m. and study for a test for those 2 hours instead of doing the week before. So, but I mean, that also comes with a lot of stress. So it's been difficult, but in a good way. Almost like I'm glad the challenges it's presented to me. I feel like it's made me who I am.
If you're going to give some advice again to people who are trying to get this goal, because there are those in the junior class, sophomore class, and even looking in the freshman class that want to achieve what you achieved, what would you tell them, and how would you direct them, Tatum, to be able to get to this point?
I'd first just say to take a breath, because like it might seem like it's everything to be like number one or just better than everyone, but it's really not. Like, I mean, it's great and it feels good to say that I have this, that I achieved this, but it's not the end of the world if something doesn't happen. Like, if you get a bad grade, like I have done, and I've just freaked out over it because of how it might affect me, it won't that much, and I just say to just breathe.
It takes like focus. because some people get distracted easily. I know I did most of the time by friends and things going around me, and so sometimes you just have to focus. And if you can't, then you can put studying aside for like a minute or two and then like focus on that, but like try to keep your focus on what your goals. And if your goal isn't to get top, that's fine, you know, to play sports, that's your goal, then focus on your sports. Don't focus on other things that are irrelevant.
It's awesome advice. It really is. Both of you have goals for the future. You're going to go to Georgia Southern. You're going to go to pre-med and try to become a doctor. Tell us a little bit of why.
Well, I want to help people. Growing up, my parents were like, you know, they would travel far for language reasons, like, you know, to see a doctor who speak their language, and I want to go into the medical field to make people more comfortable, to tell them that, you know, they can come here. It's not bad, you know.
Of course, you're headed to the University of Georgia. You said that maybe law, you don't know, but that's okay. Why the University of Georgia, and why does that law thing go on in your head?
Well, my brother went to UGA whenever I was entering the 6th grade, and ever since then I've just been so obsessed with going there, and it's just like it's the University of Georgia, like it's so official, and I love everything about it. And as for the law, I've just always been told that it would be something I'm good at, and I'd like to see if that's true. I don't really know how I'll succeed in it. If there's a lot of reading, and I don't know how that'll fare with me, but we're gonna try. So
You'll do well. Both of you will, I'm sure. I'm gonna give you a chance. Tatum, you first, and then Priya, to give thanks to people that you want to, and you know, to maybe say something to your friends or your fellow students before we get out of here.
I'd have to say thank you first to my mom and Miss Calloway, just because she's always been at the school. Obviously, she's an ear that will listen to any rant or complain that I have, but it's also just been really nice to have someone in your corner at your school. And then I have to say thank you to Miss Homskis. She was my teacher in 8th grade whenever we took our 9th grade classes, and I think she taught me for like 3 out of my 5 math classes. So it's just been really nice to have that level of consistency, and just someone who believes in you so much.
Priya?
I like to thank my parents. They were always there for me, supporting me no matter what decision I make. And Miss Calloway, Miss Knoskas, like Tatum said, they were always there for us. They supported us. They helped us whenever we needed it. And my friends, they kind of pushed me to do my best, even though sometimes when I would feel negative, they would be like, you know, you can do it. You just have to believe in yourself, and thank you for that.
Well, I know you got speeches to work on, so I'm going to let you go, but thank you for coming by, taking a little time. Congratulations. We know that you're going to represent Vidalia High School as the top graduates in a fantastic way, and we are super proud of you, and we wish you nothing but the best in the future. Thanks for coming by.
Thank you.
you.